Hey everyone, welcome to another Second Breakfast Live. We are live from Xochimilco, which is one of the oldest neighborhoods here in Oaxaca. This is the aqueduct which basically used to bring water way from over there, from the hills, into the city of Oaxaca. And now today, they basically made this a tourist attraction, and there's a little playing ground here. Like, who wants to play football? So it's a very nice area where people will come and uh, can sit for a while. It's very calm, and then we will explore this area, and then we'll go up and then explore the actual neighborhood of Xochimilco. This guy is so cute, and oh, he lost his ball. He lost his ball. There you go, I found it. Hey everyone, say hi if you're here. We'll just walk around the aqueduct, and then, as I said, we'll go into the neighborhood. From some of the videos I saw on the internet, I've seen actually there's water being here. Like you can see that it looks like a river or something, or artificially made river, where the water comes from the hills back there. And then I've seen videos where there's been water here, and they call this a Cascada Waterfalls, of course. Cascada is like waterfalls in Spanish. Yeah. Like comes from cascade.
I mean, I think cascade comes from Cascada.
So let's just go this side. So they have a walking path beside the river kind of thing. I don't know exactly if it's a river or not, but this is the falls without water. And then this is the water duct, aqueduct, which used to be basically okay, we got distracted by the dog. I think we can make our way up. So this is the river which basically goes down into Oaxaca, the city center. The city center is this way, and that you see on the hills is the Barrio of Xochimilco. We'll be going there and exploring. It's very colorful. It's a lot of street art. You can see one of the street arts right here. And there's a tiny cafes which we can look into. This is going to be a good live. Let's go. I see 3 people who are live here with us. How are you guys doing? We basically come up with a tentative schedule for these live streams. We're going to live on Wednesdays, which is today. It's Wednesday morning here, and then we are going to go live on, what are the other days? We're going to go live on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And if we find something else which is interesting, which is happening on the other days, we are going to go live then also. But this is going to be the schedule, and we'll try to keep the time basically at this time, around this time every day, but that can change depending upon what we are doing on the live stream. So they have, on the other side, they have this platform here where you can just come and chill. It's a very nice spot to work. If there's no charging points, of course, but if you have a charged laptop, you can easily come here and sit and work for a while. Someone was like practicing dance here. As I said, this is La Cascada, Xochimilco. I think I shouldn't be talking here because we'll need to mute this part because there's music. Copyrights, YouTube will copyright this part of the video. Let me just go up quickly then, away from the music. Nice. So let me just give you a viewpoint from the above. This is how the whole area looks. So that's the aqueduct, and that's the falls, and that's where we started the live from. It's a beautiful spot. It's one of the touristy spots in Oaxaca. Not many people venture out of Centro to come here, but it's a nice spot. Okay, let's get into the actual neighborhood. As you can immediately see, there's not many people here. There's 2-3 reasons for it. One is like it's a residential area, not like Centro, which is the commercial areas, and also there's not many tourists because of COVID, but it's still really beautiful, and because it's empty, we can get a chance to see the place without anyone. There's a cute little coffee shop right there. Let's go this way. This is the coffee shop which I put in the thumbnail. It's so beautiful, right? Neil P says, is Mexico safe to wander around like that? Yes, it's a misconception that Mexico is unsafe. Mexico is a huge country, and it's almost like 1/3 of India. So that's big. India is big, right? So Mexico is also big. There are a lot of violence and everything, but
in
certain areas,
which locals will also tell you
not to go.
You should avoid. But we want to tell you a fun story that happened to us in the Yucatan when
Yucatan is like a state which is in the southeast of Mexico, and it's considered as one of the safest states in Mexico. Okay, what's the story, Ruchi?
Yeah, so we were on a bus to this town from Merida to see the flamingos. There's a season where the flamingos, we'll wait here and we want to go show that part, right?
Yeah.
So we were on a bus there, and it was like a 1-hour bus ride. We got off the bus, we went to this nice place for dinner. We're having dinner, and then we're like, let's take pictures of our food. And then we look in our bag, and our camera bag is missing. And then we're like, oh shit, we forgot it on the bus. So we went to the bus stop, and the bus had already left to the next town.
Yes.
And then we asked the driver in our broken Spanish, like, oh my god, we've lost our camera bag, can you figure out what to do? She made a call to the bus driver. The bus driver brought the bus back, and they gave us our camera bag. It's like, where do you think that could happen? Like, people give you like a lot of bad stories of Mexico. The media is not going to talk about stories like these, of course.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's other things to focus on for media, but the good and bad things are everywhere in every country.
Exactly.
And Mexico has its own pros and cons. And Oaxaca is also considered as one of the safest towns in Mexico. The Oaxaca is also the state, and this is Oaxaca de Juarez, which is the city of Oaxaca. So both the state and the city is kind of safe. So I just wanted to point out this one. So that's the aqueduct, right? So as you can see, the aqueduct came here, and then they have kind of built stuff on the aqueduct, on this section of the aqueduct. Like there are buildings there. Let's see if we can walk on the aqueduct, which goes towards the Centro. Hey Jasmine, I've never been in that part of Oaxaca, so the first time you are showing me something new. Yay, we're showing something new to Mexicans. That's amazing. I think all the stonework you see here was part of the aqueduct. I think so, because you can see there's a central line here where the water goes, and then they, instead of preserving this part, they just made it part of the whole barrio. So this neighborhood is called Xochimilco. It's not the same as the Xochimilco in Mexico City. That's completely different than this. Usually if you search Xochimilco, that's the more famous one. But this one, that's a cute spot to sit. You're sitting on the aqueduct, that's right. So this part of Oaxaca has been around even before the city of Oaxaca was founded. Let's see if we can walk through the aqueduct in the middle of these buildings. So this neighborhood I was saying, as I was saying, was actually, oh, this is where it ends. I think we can't follow on the aqueduct. We'll have to go through the road. Yeah. There's a dog somewhere inside this. Oh, there he is. Hola. So this is the area where the indigenous people, which is the Zapotecs and I'm blanking out on the other name. I think it's Mexitos. They were the indigenous people who were here before the Spanish came around or the Aztecs came around. So they were actually, this was their settlement, and then when the Spanish came, they took over and established the city of Oaxaca. So in the current day Oaxaca, this is the oldest like neighborhood. Okay, we have so this is the other thing about Mexico and Oaxaca in general. Everything has its music. This is a gas truck announcing it's the gas. We are so used to it because it's very similar in India, but for a lot of foreigners this is very new. So the streets are like this, the cobblestone streets. That's what we like. And then currently the Barrio is basically full of street art like this. This is basically showing the Barrio of Xochimilco itself. That's the aqueduct, as we have seen, and there's a guy carrying something, hopefully something to eat. And this is a cafe. This area is known for a couple of small cafes. They're selling desayunos, bebidas. Desayunos is breakfast. Okay, this is the other spot which is in the thumbnail. That's such a beautiful tree which is flowering right now. And and we really love the name of this place, which is called Familia y Amigos, friends and families. Is this a Airbnb?
It's a house.
Ooh, look at them. Look at the puppies.
Look at the other one.
He's so curious. It's like, oh, let's see. It's out of focus. Okay, there's puppies. Look at him, so curious about us. Who are these? Some of these places on the left side are also like Airbnbs, which we basically wanted to stay in.
Airbnb. They might just be houses for rent.
Yeah, because we can see the Se Renta, the renting signs on many of these, these overlook the river kind of thing which we came from. So that will be a nice place with a nice view. In the rainy season, yes, in the rainy season it will be beautiful. It might rain today. There's like clouds, but like we cannot predict the weather in Oaxaca. The other feature of the whole the neighborhood is these colorful buildings. They make sure that they keep this as it is, not modernize it. So that's always great. It's amazing that this particular neighborhood is just outside Centro. Like the city center is pretty like it's just like 1 kilometer away from here, and we really love this place. It's very silent. We didn't expect it to be this silent. It's also famous with a lot of expats who live here. There's a coronavirus art here. There's the corona, and hopefully this is all, coronavirus is done soon with the vaccines. Mexico just announced that they got a big batch of vaccines. So we don't know if we'll get the vaccines here or we have to go back to India. Yeah, right now I guess it's only for citizens, right? It is such a beautiful house. There's a lot of dogs in there. Yesterday we came down here and the dogs were just barking at us and wagging tails at us. There's also a very nice art of Xochimilco again. That's the chapel which is up there. You can see the place where we came from. That's the waterfalls. I wish there was actually water there. That would have been amazing. And then you can see the aqueduct. So basically that's the feature of the whole Barrio. And this house is very interesting. It looks very Greek. Somewhere from Santorini or something. Someone should be a great fan of Greece architecture and white. As you can see, we are on the kind of a hilly region, hilly part of Oaxaca. It's not as flat as the centro. So it is up and down here, and then you can see the hills in the back. That's where the water comes from, basically. There's also a cute house. Oh, look at that tree and the colors of the flowers blooming. I guess this is the nice time to come here for the blooms. Like we have seen so many blooms of different trees here in Oaxaca in general, but here in Xochimilco also. Praveen says Oaxaca is extremely safe. There you go, Neil. This is from someone we know. Praveen as welcome, Praveen. We have been. He has been here. He has stayed here so longer than we have. So he has a better perspective of how safe the city is than we have. This is one of the apartments which is for rent here. This is what we are considering yesterday, saying like if we come back here, maybe we should stay at this place. It's cute, right? What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should rent this place when we come back? We're definitely coming back. We are going to be here for another week, but then we are going back to Mexico City. But when we were looking at houses where we can stay when we come back, and this one is really pretty. Tanya Rai says you guys are doing something amazing. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys can live through. We can show you guys where we travel, and you guys can actually travel with us. There's a cute cafe here with a rooftop. The rooftops in Oaxaca are beautiful because in general the what do they say, the skyline of Oaxaca is filled with like colonial buildings and churches and not modern skyscrapers. So any rooftop, even the first floor rooftop like this, makes for a great view. Keith says that's a cool place to stay. Maybe we should consider that place for staying. That one. And this cafe is called Rupestre Cafe. Oh, it's cute. It's really cute inside.
Yesterday we were looking all over for
Smoothies and stuff. And it's just, I think I'm trying to find out where did the aqueduct go. Aqueduct went missing. No, oh yeah, there's some more of this aqueduct here. But I think I think I saw the aqueduct in there. This is one of the famous cafes in the Barrio of Xochimilco, Amc Empire Cafe.
They have a hummingbird.
Oh,
There's a lot of hummingbirds here.
That's the hummingbird, right?
But they're close. There's a house in this one.
Yeah, there's a house up above here. I think it's not a house. I think it's more like room for rent.
Yeah. But it's so cute also.
It is also so cute, and you'll get breakfast every day in the morning.
Yeah.
Cafe. Does anyone here know how we can rent a motorbike in Mexico? We're trying to find. We don't know how to drive a car, so we're trying to find a way to rent a motorbike. We see motorbikes everywhere, but we don't know how to rent them. A lot of them, mandarinas. Jasmine says, you guys need to live for a while in Oaxaca and go to the beaches and archaeological ruins and drink tejate and all the time. Yes, that's what we want. Oaxaca as a state is really beautiful. What did you find?
There's a room
Oh, that's a like weaver's loom, right?
Yeah, because
Oh, that person is actually weaving right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
you
can.
can see from there.
Let me see. They're actually weaving. So one thing about Xochimilco is because the people in Xochimilco, the Barrio, the traditional. Oh, this machine has also started. The traditional people here are weavers. That's why you see a lot of looms around. Apparently, there's a art market not in Xochimilco but nearby where you can buy, where these artisans basically sell their stuff. Maybe we should check out that in the next live stream. This is a cool restaurant. Ar what is that? Ancestral Cocina Tradicional. So the things you see here is the big tortillas. They are called tlayudas. That's like the Oaxacan pizza.
Never say that.
Never say that, but it's not the same. Tlayuda is way better if you ask me. I think this is where I saw the aqueduct going towards the centro. Yeah, there it is. So there's the aqueduct coming through. So they've kind of built this barrio around the aqueduct. In some places they've left it alone, and some places they've built over it. But the funny thing is, we are going towards the centro where you can actually see the aqueduct also. Let's see if we can actually make it to centro in this live stream, because it's a bit far. Yeah, so basically that's the most, we have already covered the most important things about this barrio. Some cute cafes, the aqueduct, of course, you can see it features like everywhere in the barrio, and it's quite little colorful buildings. This one is called Casa Azul, the blue house. They're Xochimilco. They are architects. Wonder what they've built. Back on the main road. This is this is like the main tourist road of Xochimilco. The barrio of Xochimilco goes up there. There's the church and everything, but today we are going to stick to the tourist trap. That's a nice rooftop right there, and this house is beautiful. I think we are near the centro. Such a beautiful day. It was not like this like 15 minutes back when there was a cloud cover. Like you can see that the clouds are coming in, and we thought it will rain during the live. That would have been a nice live to explore Xochimilco in the rain. We love the rain. Rain brings out a different aspect of the city. It's completely different. So as you can see, the aqueduct turned inside. Now they're built over it. The aqueduct continues into that gate. Let's see if I can go there. If you see, the aqueduct turned into the gate. Wish we can just follow the aqueduct. We are on the aqueduct right now. Again, it makes for such a nice walk through the neighborhood. Does this remind you guys of anything? This reminds us a lot of another colonial city we have been to, which is Merida. A lot of buildings like this there also in the neighborhoods like this. As I told you, you can go up to the church this side. And that's the main road which divides the barrio of Xochimilco and Centro. After the main road is the Centro. But this aqueduct continues into the Centro also. This is a beautiful piece of art. Oh, that's the hot chocolate. The churner they used to make hot chocolate. And there's a hand which is holding the maize. That's basically Oaxaca in one picture with Ruchi. Are they selling hot chocolate? Oh, the place is called Corazon de Cacao. Nice boutique shops like this one, selling hats apparently. Hola, buenos días. And they have their typical Oaxacan dresses. I need to buy one for Ruchi. This water duct was built in like the 1700s by the Spanish, and then they used it until 1940, like just like 100 years ago. Until 100 years ago they used it. This was still functioning 100 years ago, and then they replaced it with the modern pipes for water. More of the Barrio. So we'll go down here. That's the street level, and this is the aqueduct level. As you can see, the aqueduct continues, and once we cross the road, I can show you guys how it looks. It's more preserved on the other side than this side. Let's see if we can quickly cross this road. If you guys come to Oaxaca, exploring the Barrio of Xochimilco is a must. You should step out of Centro. It's the other areas in and around the Centro are also really beautiful. Okay, let's see if we can cross this. So this is the main road. This is the road which we took when we came into Oaxaca from Mexico City. This is the national highway. So they had to break down the like this is the aqueduct, right? Okay, you can see the opening where the water would have come, and they broke this part to basically make way for the like, let's just cross, make way for the highway. Like you can see the other part there with the opening of the water opening. So that's how the aqueduct and the water got transported in these aqueducts. Okay, it's time to cross. So this gives a nice cross section of how the aqueduct looks from the outside. So I guess they built this little well also to collect water. And this, we are entering Centro. So this the aqueduct runs like through this area into Centro until at the end there's a church where they have a huge water storage system, and they basically all the water from the hills used to come through this aqueduct and get stored there, and then got distributed from here. This little lane is beautiful during the golden hours in the evening. Right now it's morning, so the sun is bearing down on us, but it has a different vibe in the evening. Look at the Cactus Wall up there. Oaxaca definitely has a unique architecture and design, because it makes use of these elements which are unique to Oaxaca and you can't find there anywhere else.
And they're very skilled, because these are older buildings also, and they are taking the pains to restore them while also modernize the bathrooms and the fixings inside the houses. So it's really commendable that they're able to both preserve and keep modernizing them at the same time.
How does hot weather compare to India? It's not that hot. Like in India, in summer it gets more hotter.
Unbearable.
It's hotter than that.
Balances.
Yeah, so we are at a higher altitude here. We are at 1,500 meters. So it's kind of cooler because there's a breeze in the air all the time.
And Oaxaca has the typical desert climate where in the night it's actually pretty cold.
As you can see, the aqueduct became the aqueduct now. It was just walls until here. There was no arches but the arches began here, and now the city is trying to integrate the aqueduct really nicely into the city buildings. So you can see it opens up to roads. The arches open up to into roads. Oh, there's such a nice little plaza. So cute. I think I read this is one of the artisans who basically painted a lot of paintings and maintained this area and Barrio of Xochimilco. This is a nice place to sit.
Yeah.
Right? Just sit and work for a while. We're always looking for places to work. Nooks and
Can't work here.
Ruchi says I can't work here. I am an optimist.
Maybe you can read a book.
Yeah, it's definitely a reading
You
nook.
will sit here and eat elote.
There's such a beautiful house with the lantern. And they've converted some of these arches into actually houses. It looks like a bunker. Hopefully on the other side there are windows. But it's so cute, they've made use of those arches. This one we are very interested in. We think this is a like a Airbnb or something. It says Hardin Cebu. That's a nice ride. I don't know how to drive, but I would like to learn how to drive that one day. And this one says Hardin Cebu. Oh, it looks beautiful inside. Ruchi, did you see this? That's so beautiful inside the garden. All I know is this is Hardin Cebu. It looks like a place to stay or a restaurant maybe. We'll soon find out. This is a nice tile. We are way into Centro now. Like we are just like a kilometer away from the center. More arches leading into little alleyways. Just want to show you guys one last thing before we end this live. On Friday we are going to do a live where we eat another important special Oaxacan dish, which is mostly I think is going to be in the evening, which means that our Friday is evening is like Saturday morning for Indians who are watching anywhere from this side of the world. It'll be in the evening rather than morning. Oh, there's a beautiful art right here. So beautiful. So this aqueduct is now, we are end of the aqueduct. The red building you see there, that's the church where the aqueduct ends, and there's water storage there, and water got distributed everywhere from there. Oh, this cute dog. He has a squirrel who is riding it. So this is the plaza of Xochimilco. I don't know, I forgot the exact name of this plaza, but this is where if you say Xochimilco without telling that you want to go to the aqueduct part, this is where people leave you. It's a very nice place in the evening when the sun is setting. The golden sun rays are on these buildings, which makes for a nice photo and maybe a drone shot also. And yeah, last view of the aqueduct before we end this live. So that's it for this live, guys. Thank you for joining in. hope you guys enjoyed our tour of Xochimilco. We went to Xochimilco yesterday for the first time, and we really liked it. So we decided to do a live and show you guys that. If you know anything more about Xochimilco, which we didn't tell in this video, it just means that we don't know that. So let us know. We would love to learn also. And as we said in the beginning of the live, we have a tentative live schedule on this channel now. We've decided to go with 4 live streams a
Wednesday,
week. Wednesday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
and maybe like one of those days we will basically make another one, so there'll be 5 live streams a week. As we said, we don't know the time at which these lives will go, because it depends upon what we are doing and at what time we wake up. So today we decided to do it 11 here local time, which is like 11:30 local time, which is 11 in India. We have audiences both here and in India, so we need to make sure that we have a time which works for everyone. So let us know if that's a good idea for you guys to have 5 live streams from Oaxaca or wherever we are. And thanks for joining in. Thanks for all the chat messages, because it's great to explore with you guys rather than us just exploring these places. And we will, I guess that's it. We'll leave you with the image of this plaza. Keith says, great, thank you so much, so beautiful. Thank you so much for joining in. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow?
No,
Day
Friday.
after. Friday.
Yes.